All right, let's talk about something incredible that's happening inside you right now. It's your body's hidden communication system, a super powerful network that coordinates everything from when you feel sleepy to how you handle stress, and it does it all without a single wire. So, think about this for a second. How does your body send what are basically text messages to itself without a phone? I mean, it's constantly sending these critical alerts and instructions all over the place. The answer? Well, it's this brilliant biological system that works almost exactly like a wireless network. Okay, so to really get this, you gotta know that your body has two main control systems, and they work together. One is like lightning fast, and the other one, well, it likes to play the long game. Picture it like this. Your nervous system is your body's high-speed internet. It's like a fiber optic cable, zapping electrical signals for instant actions, like pulling your hand away from a hot stove. But the endocrine system, that's your body's Wi-Fi. It broadcasts chemical signals through your bloodstream, which are a bit slower but create effects that last way, way longer. And what are these chemical signals? Well, we call them hormones. They are these super powerful chemical messengers. They're not nutrients or anything like that, and they're made in tiny, tiny amounts by special organs called glands. Then they just cruise through your bloodstream to get the right message to the right cells. So, if this is a giant wireless network, who's running the show? Who's in charge? To find out, we gotta travel up to the command center in your brain and meet the CEO and the president of this whole operation. And here they are. Take a look. Tucked away right at the base of your brain, you've got the hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. This little area is basically the headquarters for the entire endocrine system. And trust me, their partnership is absolutely crucial. Now, the way this works is a brilliant chain of command. The hypothalamus, that's our CEO, it sends out orders in the form of what we call releasing hormones. Those go straight to the pituitary gland, our president, which then releases its own hormones that go out and boss around all the other glands in the body. It is a perfect top-down management system. All right, now that we've met the bosses, let's go on a little tour, shall we? We'll travel down the body and meet some of the key players who get those orders and carry out all these vital jobs. First stop is a teeny tiny gland deep in the center of your brain, the pineal gland. Its big job? Pumping out a hormone called melatonin. This is basically your body's internal clock. It runs your 24-hour sleep-wake cycle. So when it gets dark outside, your melatonin levels rise, and that's the signal to your body that, hey, it's time to shut it down for the night. Okay, let's move on to our next stop, which you'll find right in your neck. This is the thyroid gland. Think of the thyroid as your body's engine, or maybe its thermostat. It releases hormones that control your metabolism, which is really just a fancy way of saying how fast you burn energy. So if you're feeling sluggish and cold, or super energized and ready to go, yeah, you can probably thank your thyroid. And now for the body's emergency response team. The first responders sitting right on top of your kidneys, the adrenal glands. Okay, buckle up because this is where it gets wild. You know that feeling when you have a near miss in traffic or hear a sudden loud noise? These glands dump adrenaline into your system. That's your fight or flight response. Your heart starts pounding, you're breathing faster, and suddenly you're hyper alert. That rush, that is your adrenal glands going to work. All right, our final stop on this quick tour is a gland that actually has a couple of really important jobs, and it's tucked right behind your stomach. We're talking about the pancreas. The pancreas is the absolute master of your blood sugar. After you eat something, it releases insulin, which helps your cells soak up all that glucose, which brings your blood sugar down. But if your sugar gets too low, you know that shaky sugar crash feeling, the pancreas releases another hormone, glucagon, to bring it back up. It's this constant, incredible balancing act to keep everything stable, a state that scientists call homeostasis. So we know these hormones are floating through the blood, but wait a minute, how does, say, your heart know that a message is for it and not for your liver? The body isn't just shouting messages into the void and hoping for the best. There's a really cool secret mechanism at play. And the secret is hormone receptors. It's basically a lock and key system. Every target cell has these special protein receptors that are like little locks. The hormone is the key, and it can only open the lock that it's designed for. That's why adrenaline makes your heart race, but does nothing to your bones. Your bone cells just don't have the right locks for adrenaline to fit into. It's so specific. Now, this lock and key thing actually happens in a couple of ways. The first method is kind of like ringing a doorbell. The hormone, our key, binds to a receptor, the lock, on the outside of the cell. It never actually goes inside. It just passes the message through the door, which sets off a chain reaction inside the cell to get the job done. But the second method is totally different.
This isn't a doorbell, this is like a top-secret message delivered by hand. Some hormones, like steroids, can actually slip right through the cell's outer wall. They find their matching receptor inside the cell, and then the two of them march right into the nucleus, the cell's headquarters, and start changing the cell's programming right at the genetic level. I mean, talk about a direct message.
So, let's just take a step back for a second. When you put all these pieces together, the master glands conducting, the hormones traveling like messengers, the incredibly specific lock and key system, you start to see something, well, something really beautiful.
And that's really the most important thing to remember here. This system isn't just a list of parts doing their own thing. It's a fully integrated, finely tuned chemical orchestra. Each hormone is a different instrument, and the hypothalamus is the conductor, making sure every part is played at just the right time, at just the right volume to create the symphony that is, well, you.
This amazing chemical orchestra is playing the music of your life, every single second. So it really makes you wonder, right? What happens to the whole performance when just one of those instruments goes out of tune? It's a pretty powerful thought, and a great reminder of the delicate, incredible balance happening inside all of us.